Hello, Scorpio. Elsie here to do a reading for you. Scorpio, it is almost the end of Scorpio season, and I just wanted to get in one more reading for you at this Scorpio new moon because it's so spectacular. So many changes going on for you. So I just wanted to come with a general reading for you, so we can see what might be showing up in your new moon phase, Scorpio. So I just want to say thank you for the beautiful season you gave us, and I hope you had a wonderful birthday, your solar return. And let's find out what is going on over the new moon for you, Scorpio. Happy birthday, friends. And if you are having a birthday right about now, it's because you are a cusp, right? You are a Scorpio Sagittarius cusp. I know that doesn't make any sense to people who are into astrology, but it does when you're an energy reader. You get close to the line, it gets a little blurred. All right, let's find out what's going on for Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What does Scorpio need to know? This is a bonus read for Scorpio around the new moon. It's the 19th as I drop these cards. It's not quite midnight yet. 20th is the new moon. We've got the Knight of Wands. It feels like somebody here is about to be brave. We've got the Page of Cups. Very interesting. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Scorpio, I feel like you have been strategically working on something under the surface. It feels like you've been collecting data. It's what it feels like. The Eight of Pentacles tells me you've been collecting data. You've been looking at analytics. You might be looking at something, someone, a situation. It could be a job. It could be work. It could be money that you're looking at, your finances. But it feels like whatever it is, that you are about to make a brave decision that I feel is going to render you listening to your intuition. It feels like the Page of Cups tells me that for some of you, if you're looking at this as a relationship reading, it seems to me that somebody is about to be brave about a new beginning. It feels like there's someone new in your life that you're interested in, and you've been watching them, analyzing the situation, sort of looking at them and wondering, is this the right situation for me? That's very Scorpio, if I ever heard it. Scorpio, you're the strategic one of the bunch, and you're the one who is not going to say anything until you're absolutely and completely sure that you have all the data and the analytics that is going to help you make the best decision. I feel like the reason that you're being so careful and practical with the Eight of Pentacles is because this has to do with fire and water. It has to do with temperance. We've got fire in the Knight of Wands and water in the Page of Cups. It has to do with temperance, which is the moment of alchemy. So I feel like you're about to make a decision. If it is romantic, it could be that, but it feels like you're about to make a decision with your intuition to be brave about something, maybe to release the analytics, to release the information, to start a new business. It could be for some of you. Tell me what else we need to know. We've got Judgment. I can't even. Y'all, I've been reading tarot for a while and it never ceases to amaze me. Ever. Look, what is bridging the Knight of Wands to the Page of Cups is Judgment. It is a new beginning, birthing of a new cycle, but it's an awakening. It's a realization. Somebody's having a realization that I really am starting to have feelings about someone, or that this is a really good idea, but I need to be brave and stick to the program, stick to the analytics. But I feel like there is a big decision that's being made here. Scorpio, I think you're making some sort of really big decision. The moon energy is here and you're not telling a soul. I want to say that you have been, I feel like what you've been getting the details about is your feelings about something. You've been keeping your feelings under the surface. The moon energy is things are not as they seem. So I feel like although you've been watching the situation, it feels like you've been watching something from like the perimeter. I'm doing this because I feel what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. I'll tell you what Charlie is showing me. Charlie is my guide, by the way. Charlie is showing me that there is someone standing in the middle of the room and you're walking around the outside of the room sort of looking at this. It's a statue, actually. And you're looking at this statue from all aspects. It's like you're looking at all of the ways it's been carved. You're looking at all the details is what it looks like. And the moon energy the Page of Cups is bridged to the Eight of Pentacles with the Moon energy. It feels like you've been holding some sort of details that you've got. You've been collecting data or analytics about something that you've been holding under the surface. It feels like you're about to be brave and to bring all of that to the surface because your intuition is telling you that it's time for you to make a decision. You're having some sort of an awakening or a realization that it's time for you to say something regarding all of the analytics that you have gathered over time. There it is. The Ace of Pentacles is there. So it feels like you're about to invest in something, or you're about to plant a seed for something. And so maybe you're not exactly going in and buying anything, not exactly going in and making a big kerfuffle about it, but it almost is like, okay, well, now that I know the analytics and I see that this is sort of matching what I want, I'm going to go in and start planting a bunch of little seeds. So that could be what we're talking about with the Ace of Pentacles. Now I'm going to go in and plant the seeds that this person doesn't see me planting, because I've got all of the information that I need to know that it's time for me to make some sort of a move with the Judgment card here. Let's talk about this Page of Cups, because I'm going to say that it's, if you are planning to actually say something, if you are planning to actually give an offer, maybe the offer is, can we do coffee? Can we talk outside of our group of friends? Can we talk outside of work? It feels like you are giving some sort of an offer. You're planting a seed. And so it feels like you're trying to figure out if somebody is going to take the offer. The Moon energy is the reason you've been watching from a distance and collecting the data and keeping it in the Moon energy is because what's at stake is your emotions. Something's very deeply emotional for you here. And I feel like you are going to be planting little seeds because you've come to a realization, an exciting revelation. It feels like it feels good because the Page of Cups is always good news, but it's also a surprise. I think you're surprising yourself that everything is falling in line. All the analytics are falling in line. And I think you're surprising yourself that you're about to make a big decision about either dropping seeds, planting a seed, or giving an offer of some sort that somebody doesn't see coming. Tell me about the Page of Cups. I think you're about to surprise someone here. We've got the Four of Pentacles, because I think that you've been keeping to yourself. I don't think that you've really been offering much energy, much emotion, much conversation. I feel like you've been keeping to yourself and holding back your emotions. So this person might be a little bit surprised when you come forward, Four of Swords, when you come forward with some information regarding how you're going to drop seeds here. So it feels like this is someone that you speak with intermittently. This isn't your texting buddy. This isn't someone that you have contact with every day. This is someone you've actually been holding your thoughts back from. It feels like you've been trying to get stability of the mind, stability in general, but I feel like you've also been sort of cut off, shut down, shut off, not really being very vulnerable in terms of your emotional energy with this person. We've got the Six of Pentacles, but I think that's about to change. I think that you are going to offer energy, emotional energy, like really small seed of Page of Cups energy, to see if that person responds in a way that's reciprocal. So it feels like this information that you've been collecting, or this data collecting time here, is, I feel like you're comfortable with yourself enough to know what you think that you know, that you've got enough data that you can come out of the shadows and say something. We've got the Seven of Wands. I think you're trying to protect your stability, protect yourself. We've got the Seven of Cups in the reverse. Oh, very interesting. Because for me, the Seven of Cups in the reverse is no more illusion. I'm cutting through the illusion. No more illusion. I don't have any reservations. I'm not really confused about this anymore. I choose you. Page of Pentacles. So it almost feels here, if you are looking at this as a relationship reading, it feels like Scorpio is about ready to unveil that they are going to give a little bit of emotional energy, like a seed of emotional energy, to someone that they are hoping is going to give back to them reciprocally. And it feels like you're comfortable to do that. It's time to stand up and stand up for yourself, or it's time to come out from behind your boundaries here, because you've got enough information that you feel like this person is steady, is stable. The Page of Pentacles is here. So it's only a little bit, understand. I don't think that you're doing something huge. I feel like it's like an offer of something small. Can we go for a coffee? Can we hang out for a little bit? Do you want to go to a movie? It feels like you're clear on what you want now. It's just that you need to deliver the information in a way that's clear. We've got the Ten of Wands. And I feel like you've been holding on to this for a little bit. It feels like it's been weighing heavy on you, that you've already chosen this person. You already know what you want. Now what's weighing heavy on you is you've got to stand up for yourself and make the offer. And I think that's what's been weighing heavy on you here, because the Knight of Wands is here, and it tells me that you're going to try and be brave. Brave, but it's going to surprise this person. I don't think that this person is expecting that you're making this big decision to give an offer. Tell me about the Knight of Wands. We do have the Chariot. We have the King of Pentacles. And we have the Fool. So it feels like you are ready to jump into a new cycle. The Fool is here. But I think it's a little bit terrifying. I'm going to say, and I've never really seen this before, and that's why I love to have so many different decks. Like you guys see that I have so many different decks, right? And the reason that I do is because they all tell me something different. This particular one is a little bit ghoulish to me. It's like I'm terrified. This really gives me the picture of someone being terrified. That person's looking over here at these trees and wondering, if I do take the leap, am I going to be able to grab those trees, or am I going to fall into the abyss? It feels like this is a really big decision that you're making, and it could be about a Cancer, about a Taurus. It could be about a Cancer or a Pisces or a Virgo. More Virgo energy. It feels like you're making a decision. For you, Scorpio, because you are a Scorpio, when you make the decision, you've thought about it for so long, gone over the analytics, been very strategic, collected all the data. When you make the decision, you're not going back. And I think that's why the King of Pentacles is here. Because the King of Pentacles is Taurus energy, and Taurus is the same as you, a fixed energy. And when we finally do make the decision, I say we because I'm a Taurus and you're a Scorpio, we're both fixed signs. When we make a decision to move forward here, it's because I'm all in. I'm not going back. So it feels like you are ready to take a leap. The Chariot is here. I feel like you've disciplined your energy. You've disciplined yourself long enough with this Knight of Wands. I'm going to say that there's a big attraction here. It feels like there's a big physical attraction, or an emotional, because we do have the Page of Cups here, that there is some sort of emotional attraction that has surprised you. And I think you're about to surprise someone else with the very same. It feels like you've been keeping your feelings under the surface because Cancer is here, and Cancer keeps the feelings, everything, under the surface. But I feel like you have disciplined your fire. I feel like you're very attracted to somebody here, but you're disciplining your fire and reserving judgment, holding back your judgment until you have a clearer view of the collection of the data to decide whether you want to make this offer or not. Tell me about Judgment and the Ace of Pentacles here. We have the Hanged Man, we have the Three of Pentacles, and we have the Strength card. So there you are. You have been reserving judgment. I'm going to say you've been holding back or reserving judgment. You've been in a pause because you need perspective, because the Eight of Pentacles is a place where I need to decide, because the Eight of Pentacles is also about self-mastery, and I feel like you've really worked on yourself a lot. So you're really making a decision here that could how can I say, that could tip the balance or the discipline. Chariot, the discipline that you have for yourself, it could tip you out of discipline. And I don't think that you're interested in that happening. The Three of Pentacles is here. I feel like you want to go slow. You want to build a slow foundation. It does feel like this person is already your friend or a friend of a friend. It feels like you've met them in a community or a group of people. This person is somebody you get along with, but you don't see them all the time. This is cooperative. This is collaborative. This is a group of people or a community of people, but you've already built a friendship foundation. This person is already in your wheelhouse, and we have the Strength card. So I do feel that there is a sexual attraction, like a physical attraction here, but I feel like there's also an attraction to their energy, to the energy that they give off. And I feel like you've been holding yourself back from that. You've been holding it all in the moon energy. And so the moon energy, I feel, is a place where you've been storing things deeply that are deeply emotional because, well, you're the King of Cups. And tell me about the moon energy and the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you have been trying to get a better perspective. You really want to be sure, this is so Scorpio, that you're not going to do anything until you know for a certainty, the King of Pentacles is here, that things are going to go the way you want them to go, that they're going to be very organized, very slow, very dependable, that you can depend on when you jump, when you take that leap, that you can depend on those trees are going to hold you if you need them to hold you, right? So let's talk about the moon energy and the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like right now you are holding this this active, solid opportunity. I think that you're holding it deeply into the moon energy here. You're holding it, it feels like it's deeply emotional for you here. And you are, this person has not a hot clue because you're the King of Pentacles, whether you're feminine or masculine, and you just don't show those things on the surface. We've got the Hermit energy. Yep, you don't show it on the surface, but you are feeling deeply about this. I really do feel like you're a person who's hard on yourself. I think that you are somebody who's probably just had a spiritual awakening because the Judgment card is here and so is the Hermit. It feels like you've had a spiritual awakening already and it might be fairly recent. And so I feel like maybe you are still feeling a little bit like maybe I'm not good enough. The Virgo energy, Virgo's very hard on themselves, but it's also someone who's deeply into serving others. And so you might be somebody who gives it all because Taurus is here. You might be someone who's all the way in, all in, somebody who is an overgiver, and you know that if you get into a situation where, hang on, cards fell to the floor. You know that if you get into a situation where it's going to be maybe a financial gift or a situation that you are giving to romantically, you know that the trap is that you give it all, right? And if you're in, you're all the way in. So I think that at the last moment here, you go into this Hermit energy to check over the self, to make sure I have enough light. You know, I've had my awakening. Am I good? Have I gone through Dark Night of the Soul? Is there anything else that I need to work on before I go forward and offer this opportunity to maybe plant a pentacle or plant a seed with me and somebody else? We do have the 9 of Wands and the 8 of Swords is in the reverse. I like it. So I feel like you're right on the edge. It feels like you're right on the edge of finally saying something because you can't hold it back any longer. You don't want to hold it back any longer. The 8 of Swords in the reverse tells me that you finally come to a realization. And that is you got to stop overthinking it and take some action. The 9 of Wands is like almost the end of the cycle. The end of the cycle is here with the 10 of Wands and you're ready, right? We've got 9, 10, boom. There's the opportunity. And the Ace of Pentacles is in the hand of the Page. So I feel like you're going to offer something small to see if there is an interest. You're going to drop a little bit of a seed of emotion here to see if there is interest, and tell me what the outcome is. First of all, tell me what your advice is, and then we'll go for the outcome. Your advice is the 3 of Wands, the 5 of Pentacles, and the Sun. I feel like you're never going to be all the way ready. I think that's your advice. Stop thinking that you have to be perfect. Yeah, it's the Sun. I thought it was the star for a second. You're never going to be all the way perfect. And I feel like you're really hard on yourself. But the 3 of Wands tells me the future is here. The future is now. So I don't know what you're waiting for, but the future is now. But the 5 of Pentacles is here. You're always going to feel a little bit in lack. You're always going to feel like I'm not enough. I don't have enough. Maybe I'm not doing enough. Like we always do that. And that's why we've been given this time to work on ourselves. So stop trying to be perfect, I'm going to say, and go with what you know. The Sun is here. I feel like this is a breakthrough. The breakthrough is, look, maybe I'm not perfect. Maybe I don't have enough. Maybe all of that is something that I need to work on, but I'm ready to take a step into the future and go down the path here. We do have the 9 of Cups. Yep. I'm in as much alignment as I can be in. I feel like you're ready for your wish fulfillment, or you're ready to be happy. You know what's really important? I think that you come to this realization with the Sun and the Nine of Cups that you really don't need external validation. You don't need this. Like, you don't need a relationship. You don't need to offer somebody something. You don't need this, but I think you want this. And so I feel like you are already happy from the inside out, that you're happy being by yourself, but you've seen an opportunity and collected enough data to drop some sort of seeds to see if something is going to work out for you. Let's look at the outcome. If you decide to drop the seed, if you decide to give a little bit of energy to something you've been holding back on and see if somebody wants to build a foundation, what's the outcome? The outcome is the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Cups. I kind of like that, actually. And the Ace of Cups. You know what the the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Swords are telling me? Fuck it, I'm going to do it. That's what it's telling me. I'm just going to let it go. I'm just going to release it. I'm going to detach from everything that could go wrong. I'm going to get out of my head. Eight of Swords is in the reverse. I'm going to get out of my head and I'm going to go for it. Ace of Cups is here. And we've got the Four of Wands. Yep, there it is. And you've changed your mind about something. You've decided, I can no longer be quiet. There's the High Priestess and the Death card. I can no longer be quiet about what I want. I've got to make this decision, and that's it. Two of Swords. And so the Four of Wands is what you want. If you are ever going to have this, the happy family, the stability in this Ace of Cups here, you've got to take a chance. I feel like it looks terrifying. I feel like it looks really terrifying. Whatever this is, because look, this is not always about love. We pulled a lot of Pentacles. This could be about a jump from a career to a business, because we've got the Eight of Pentacles. It could be a business that you've been building. It could be something financial. I'm finally going to go to the bank and ask for the mortgage. It feels like it's something that you're taking a really big risk on. And this King of Pentacles could be the person who's the bank manager, or who is the tax preparer, or somebody who has to do with something about your finances that you've been keeping under the surface. So it doesn't always have to be about romance, but it does feel like you're finally going to stop hiding it, or you're going to stop being silent. You're finally going to do the thing that you have been wanting to do, because the Death card is here and the High Priestess is here. You couldn't stop being quiet. You couldn't stop thinking about it. You couldn't stop listening to your intuition, but it's time for the Death card to transform you and pull you out of the silence. It's time for you to say something or do something. Decision time is here. What are you going to do, Scorpio? It's going to take you into the new cycle. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. Happiest birthday, friends. Thank you for the beautiful season. And let's go. It's Sagittarius season coming soon. I'm going to go for now. I'll be back because I'm always back. Take care. Bye-bye.